Hello everyone, this is Suzanne Sky and I'm sitting out on the porch today to make this video because it's nice, warm. It's a little bit of a cool breeze every once in a while. Oh, I see that tree over there is full of, what is it, doves. I don't know if they're white-winged doves or if they're ring-necked turtle doves. I think they're white wings. I don't know if you can see them from this distance, but let's see if you can get that tree. I think I'm pointing it in the right direction. Where am I? So anyway, we kind of watch the birds around here. Not like so scientifically or anything. We just take note of them, and I'll usually write them down every day, like how many of which kind we've seen. Not every day. In fact, I haven't written them down in about a month, I guess. But anyway, I'm back. I feel like I don't make videos enough, really. And I'm going to try to remedy that, but sometimes it's just, I just can't. My goodness, we've got more birds. I heard a woodpecker and it was on the tree behind us a while ago, but I hear something from over here, but I can't see the bird. Okay, anyway, it's a new year. Today is January 5th, and what's been going on? Well, I've been thinking about the new year. I'm not hard and fast on resolutions or anything like that because, well, I never fulfill them, for one thing. But someone said, actually it was on the channel Way Crunchy, which I watch. I really like Azalea, who does Way Crunchy. And she said she was just going to give herself 3, I don't know if you'd call them goals, or what, just 3 words for the year, and not be so rigid about how she achieves them or how she just works with them, you know. So that sounded like a good idea. So I picked, what was it? See, I've already forgotten, but heck, give me a break, I'm 71. Okay, my 3 words are health, homemaking, and creativity. So health, well, at my age, or any age, it's important. As you get older, you know, you've got more aches and pains, you've got more things that kind of go wrong, and you just don't necessarily feel as good. And that's the way it is, usually. But I'm going to try to eat better, lose weight, of course, but I'm not gonna be tracking that. I'm just gonna try to move more, get more exercise, just natural exercise, you know, whatever that entails in my daily life and things that come up. So my knees are very bad, and so I fell on the porch. Let's see, it was well, between Thanksgiving and Christmas, and wow, that hurt. But I can't really use my knees to get myself up or anything like that. So when I fall, I just use my elbows and drag myself along the floor or along the ground, wherever it is I've fallen, until I can get to something that I can try to pull myself up on. But the problem with that is it usually involves being, you know, raising up on my knees, and that just is extremely painful. So anyway, I fell right over there. I think you can see that. I'm just glad I didn't fall off the porch. That would have been really a disaster. But so I dragged myself in through the door and pulled a kitchen chair to one side and a stool to the other side, and I turned the stool to the side so it was low. But yeah, I just had to use my knees, and they were swollen and extremely painful for a couple of weeks. There's a cardinal. And they're still not like they were before, which was bad enough, but anyway, they're painful, and that's just life. So that's one reason for the health goal, is to hopefully make it where my knees aren't so painful. As for homemaking, well, you know, I'm not too really into homemaking work anymore. I don't know why. I used to enjoy cooking, never enjoyed cleaning, but I could do it. And now it's just, you do anything, you just wear out. You're just huffing, puffing. But since we've moved in this house, I still haven't gotten things unboxed, and then after Hurricane Harvey, I think it was, the building over there that I had my art studio things in, it was damaged. It was leaking. Something happened to the roof, and so the ceiling just collapsed, and that was a mess to clean up. It was a mess. It's still not right, but it's, you know, it's walkable in there. And it's open from the sides, at the top, under the roof, on the edges of the building. I don't know how to fix it, and you know, it costs money to get it fixed, and I need to just go ahead and try to find out who does that and get them to do it. Yeah, that's what I need to do, so I would have that space. Anyway, no, not all of it, but some of it, as I've needed to use it in here in the house, I've boxed up, brought in the house. So I've got piles and stacks of boxes and things in the bedroom. It's just a mess. You know, we went to a place that sells small houses, and we got the biggest small house they had, or tiny house, whatever you call it. We got the biggest one, which is still small. It's one bedroom, and then in the bathroom, and then one open space for living room and kitchen, which is fine for us, but I do wish I had an extra room for just to be the studio or something. But it is what it is, and I'm happy with it. I love my house. We bought it, it was just a shell, and so one of my sons, and then some of the other kids, and a granddaughter, you know, they mostly, my youngest son though, built the whole inside, and I'm thrilled with it. Like I tell him frequently, I tell him, you know, I get up in the morning, I do my stuff, I sit down in my recliner, and I look at my ceiling, I look at my walls, I look at my floor, and it just makes me so happy. It really does. And the dogs want out here with me, but I think they better stay in. So that was homemaking, and now creativity. You know, I hate it that I just don't have the drive or the energy to do much art anymore. I guess you could call letter writing creativity. I'm involved in post-crossing, so I send postcards a lot. Sometimes they are home crafted postcards, but usually it's just ones I bought. But or traded for. There's a lot of trading online of things like that, postcards. And then when I send a postcard, I try to decorate the back too, as well as put a little note and decorate it. And letters, I try to draw on the front or somehow decorate it. So, you know, it just sends a little cheer on the envelope. And what else do I do that's creative? Well, I guess you could say gardening is creative, but I really am not doing much of that anymore. Of course, now it's winter, but even last year, what did I plant? I forget now, but it kind of flopped. And this year I'm hoping to plant tomatoes, because that's something we just never have enough tomatoes. And my sunflowers again, I plant a lot of those, and I would like to plant more phlox again. They kind of got choked out last year. They didn't reseed very well, reseed themselves because of the weeds in the raised bed. Bermuda grass is the worst. It is just terrible. You got Bermuda grass, you just can't get rid of it at all. You know, it tunnels under, it just spreads. It tunnels under and comes up elsewhere, and it'll choke anything out. But anyway, I'll make an effort this spring to plant tomatoes and flowers. And that may be all in the way of vegetables, because my son and daughter-in-law that live on the end of this property over here have planted a nice garden. They've got a winter garden growing. And then my son and daughter-in-law over way on the other end of the property here, they also do a lot of gardening. And they also have a beehive in the back corner of the pasture. And they'll be having honey, I think, probably this autumn, this coming autumn. So that's interesting. And something I read the other day online, I was going to read to you. I think it was just a little meme, if I remember right. But it says, cleanse all your spaces, your home, your room, your car, your heart, your mind, everything. New things are about to start coming into your life. Make sure you are properly welcoming them. So that's what I intend to do. There went one of my sons, my second son. We have 4 sons, 1 daughter. Anyway, I do welcome any new things, any good things that come, like volunteer plants. You know, sometimes you're not expecting something to come up, and it does. I've got potatoes. I don't know if they're sweet potatoes now or if they're regular white potatoes, but coming up over there in the compost pile. So I don't know if they'll make anything or not, but you know, I'm leaving them to see what happens. I'll welcome them if they come. And we've already got sunflowers coming up on the other end of the house, and they'll take over. They really will, and I love it. My husband gets nervous when there's so many sunflowers and they're bunching against the house, and you know, and I'm talking about the wild sunflowers, our native wild sunflowers down here in South Texas. Sometimes they're called cowpen daisies, and I love them. They're beautiful. And I also like the classic ones that you see that you plant, you know, and have them grow up one stem very tall. The native sunflowers, they can get kind of tall. Maybe 7 feet or something, but they're multi-branched and yellow. And the yellow flowers are smaller than the big, huge other kind. But they're about like that, you know, so that's not tiny, especially when they're multi-branched. Let's see. And I've always made to-do lists, and I like them. They sort of get my head straight, but that doesn't mean I necessarily do them. So also from Way Crunchy recently, she said she just makes a checklist for each day and then checks things off as she does them. But I'm thinking I'm going to make a weekly checklist and just add things I want to get done that week. And some of them will get crossed off and some of them won't. And that's okay, because they can just go to the next week. But it's not going to end up a huge amount of stuff that I'm held to doing each day or each week. So right now I've got this week. I don't know whether I could show you this or if I could just be better to read. Well, I can't see it if I show it to you. There's my list. There's a daughter-in-law going by and my son. I organized the pantry. Oh, I've been dreading that. We haven't got a big pantry, but I love I've never had a pantry before, a separate pantry. I've always just had to keep foods in the kitchen cabinets, or once I had I used a bookshelf, but gosh, all my bookshelves are full now. They need to be cleaned out. But this is an actual pantry where you open the door like a closet and it's got shelves. So anyway, it's at first, I always get hoarse when I get out here. I don't know if I'm getting the cedar pollen from Central Texas or what. That's what everybody's mostly complaining about. But at first I had everything organized, like all the tomato products here, you know, tomato sauce, cut up tomatoes, you know, everything, crushed tomatoes, you know, and then I had corn, green beans, miscellaneous vegetables, things in boxes like crackers and macaroni and cheese were in another shelf. Well, anyway, if I get the video made of that, you'll see it. And what a mess. It's just all mixed up now. I can't find anything. But I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to film it, because I'll have to show you the mess it's in first and then take everything out and put it on the table, I guess. Clean the shelves and put it back in. But I'm going to attempt it. Anyway, this week, besides organize the pantry, I want to work on the bedroom piles of boxes, and that's also where I keep things like tablecloths folded and stacked. There's art stuff shoved in the bookcase. It's just a mess. So I need to at least make it better. I'm not going to eliminate the whole thing at once. I don't know if that's even possible, because it's got to go somewhere. But and then I had to take the Christmas tree down. I did that, so it got a check. And put away the Christmas decorations. I haven't done that yet. They're on the table. Most of them are on the dining room table. But some are over on a side table. And anyway, that I need to do today. I need to start answering letters. My husband got very sick a while back, and I quit writing then. I posted online to everyone that I'm not going to be able to write for a while because I'm just too busy with, you know, taking care of him and just being available all the time. But he's well now. But then my sister, who is undergoing cancer care, she had chemo for quite a while, then she had surgery, and then she was having radiation treatments, and then due to the radiation, apparently she had a stroke, and that was scary. That was very scary. She's still in the hospital now, but she is recuperating wonderfully from the stroke, and she just needs to get better. But anyway, I'm going to try to write to everyone I owe a letter to very soon. Hopefully I'll get started on it this week. And there's a little dessert I want to make. I bought a bag of butterscotch chips earlier, when was it? After Thanksgiving, I think, because I thought, oh, these I can make as part of our Christmas Eve food. They'd be easy, and I've never tried them, but they sound good. But I didn't get it done, and so I've still got those butterscotch chips, and I might as well use them for that, because I don't know what else I have in mind. Nothing for using otherwise. I need to vacuum with 4 dogs in and out of the house all day, every day. Vacuuming is a must, and so far, yesterday and day before, the house got swept once and it got vacuumed once, but it needs it again, so that's kind of at least every other day. Plus the soil is so sandy around here, and it's been raining too, so a lot of sand gets tracked in. And then I put a check for vacuuming, I put multiple little boxes to be checked. We just happened to be 3 there because that's what I had space for. Next time I do this, I'll make the page a little bit more easy to work with. And then I checked the box for check on a little free library, so I did that today. My daughter-in-law over here and I went halves on a little free library because they're expensive, they are. And then we had it installed in front of the local taqueria, which is right on the highway. So it's easy access for people, and there's always people coming and going from there. And anyway, we have to replace, well, we don't have to, I mean, we do, and that's part of it, but people are supposed to put books in. It's called, you know, the saying is take a book, leave a book, but you know, you don't have to leave one the same time you take one, because you know, you show up, you didn't know you were gonna get a book, so you know, feel free to take what you're gonna read, just bring some books later. But we have a lot more going out than are coming in normally. Now we've had some wonderful people that have donated a box of books or a bag of books. One lady donated, I think it was 2 of the big Rubbermaid boxes full of books. And now we're down to just 3 books left, and one of them is one that I just finished reading, and the other 2 I think are still from the donations. And that's, you know, so we need to keep up with that. The problem is the only Goodwill store in the area closed a while back months ago for remodeling. And that's where I was getting most of the books, you know, because, you know, I could afford them. And, but the library in the next town is having a book sale a couple of weeks from now. And they'll cost more than Goodwill's prices, but I think they'll be worth it too. So I'm gonna have to save up some money and go get books there. So I'm sure we'll find a lot of good ones there. And what else? Okay. Well, speaking of money, I'm just keeping a list of any time I spend money in January, because I'm always wondering, you know, gosh, money is going out so fast. And, you know, I don't really remember where it goes. Now I get just, let's see, what is it? Social Security went up, so I get 1,027, I think now, a month. So I didn't spend anything. I'm sure you can't read this. I didn't spend anything on January 1st, 2nd, or 3rd. But on January 4th, that was yesterday, I had to pick up my husband's prescription at the pharmacy, and it was $368.03. That's for one of them. And that's with Medicare even. So, you know, they gave us a little raise on the income or the Social Security, but then they raised the the medicine for Medicare, or anyway, but so be it. And then I went to Walmart and I spent $36.86. I splurged, I got myself a St. Patrick's Day t-shirt. I'm sure you'll see it eventually. I'll wear it. It's got a big 4-leaf clover, and then it just says Lucky across it. So I liked that. And then I bought the cheapest little address plaque set they had, and it's not sturdy. I'm regretting buying it now. I'm thinking I may return it. It was only $6 and something, I think. And I know it's not really going to last. And I'm weird about putting holes in walls, whether inside or outside. And so I've got to come up with something. Oh, I see. There's an old trellis over there. Let's see if I can show you. Let's see. I don't know if you can see that or not. There's a old trellis over there behind and between the two mailboxes. I hope you're seeing that. I don't know. I might could attach it to that, and that wouldn't be so bad. I'd go ahead and use it. It's not going to last real long, I don't think, because it's kind of flimsy, but we'll try it and see. And what else did I buy at Walmart? Oh, just a little package of ring sausage, store brand. Then here's Guilty Pleasures here. A quart of heavy whipping cream, because that's what I love for my coffee. If I don't have that, I won't drink coffee in the morning, and it's just so enjoyable. So I bought a quart of that, and then I bought 4 3-liter Diet Cokes. I'm addicted to Diet Cokes, and I need to quit that. That's even worse than the heavy whipping cream, I'm sure. But anyway, all together, those things were $36.86. And then today, as I usually do on Fridays, went out to eat with a friend at the taqueria, and that cost me oh no, it didn't. I forgot the tip too. Well, so I spent $10.93. I got a hamburger and water. One thing about it, I've just got less of an appetite than I have had almost forever. So I ate half the hamburger and then brought the other half home to my husband. I just can't eat a full hamburger anymore. And this was kind of a big one. So it sure was good though. And you know, obviously I can see where some of these things could be cut to be more economical, but no, I'm not going to. So I enjoyed time out with my friend on her lunch hour. at least once a week. Usually it's Friday. And on occasion we go more often. But anyway, that's fun. And then I want to show you my notebook I'm writing in spiral. I love spiral notebooks, I do. And this one I got several years ago. And it's kind of perverse, but as if I have a spiral notebook that I really like this one, then I don't want to use it and mess it up, you know. So I'm just now using it, and I've had it for several years. But yeah, when you don't know what you're doing, it's best to do it quickly. Probably right. Maybe not always successful, but probably right. So that's what I'm using now. And anyway, so we'll see how it goes. And that's about it. But coming videos, I think, will finally be about the granny squares that I've been talking about for a long time. I'm kind of getting cold feet about making a cardigan sweater with them. I just don't know. And anyway, I'm kind of a sloppy crocheter. And apparently, on one of the times when I didn't crochet these granny squares for several weeks, in the meantime, the crochet hook I was using got lost. I didn't write down what size it was, so I got what I thought might be it, and it's not. It's a little bit smaller now. So I've got two sizes of granny square, and I don't know. So I was thinking, well, it could be, I could make a scarf out of them. Even an infinity scarf would look okay. So I may do that. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I do like them. There's more birds. I think that's a house sparrow. Oh, and that one, what was it? Not a flicker. I don't know. Got a bright yellow stomach though. I don't think it was a green jay. Well, you didn't come here to hear about birds. I hope somebody came here to hear about something. And then I'm hoping to do a video about my pantry reorganizing. So that's about it, I guess. So I'm gonna go in the house and entertain the dogs. 3 of them anyway. One of them is out here somewhere. I don't know where she is. She's old and she just likes to lay in the sun a lot. So anyway, I hope y'all have a good day, a good week. Tell me what you did about New Year's resolutions, or what would be your 3 words if you did it like I did. What would be your 3 words to sort of keep in mind and work with in 2024? I find that very interesting, and I think that's what I'll do from now on. I don't think I'll make New Year's resolutions anymore. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks for watching, and please, you know, I'm trying to get monetized. It'll take a long time, at the rate, especially at the rate I'm going, but you know, like, comment, share, and I will see you soon, I hope. Bye-bye now.